Well, hello everybody. This is Souls44. Welcome back. This is ATM10, and I am Souls44. You got it. But listen, I just lost an hour and a half of record time. For two reasons. One, the Starlight dimension is far, far worse than any of those hyperboxes when it comes to memory issues. I was inside the mining dimension. I was showing off this mech suit. Look at this thing. I look sweet, right? Um, Shout out to the people that helped design this thing, but a bigger shout out to the additional add-ons and stuff that go inside of it. My last video that got deleted just right now. I had to because it got corrupted because of the storm that's going on, and also because the other dimension, the Starlight dimension, whatever, maxed out my memory all the way to 99% and my GPU all the way to 100%, and it just sat there. And I had to pause the video, and during the middle of the pause, a lightning storm is going on. So it's almost like something wanted me to not record my video. But I shout out to Sage, a guy that I've known for a really long time now, extremely smart. He made most of these mods that are inside this unit, inside this mecha suit. And I'll give him credit before I give the people that created the mod. What I'm saying is he helped design these types of things, and they copycatted his stuff, I think. But like, there's this really cool deal. I don't know if I'm gonna lose power. If I do, every time I do, I'll lose video. I have a solar battery and everything, but it's not set up to charge all the stuff in my house. It happens to be that the hard drive that my videos are recording onto is on a separate system. And so, and I don't lose power to the laptop, of course, but I do lose power to that hard drive, and it corrupts the video immediately if it shuts off in the middle of recording, obviously, right? So I'm not going to go through all these. Look, I upgraded these all the way to max as far as I need. I have everything from all the night vision, all the solar charging, inhalation purification, which gets rid of your potion effects. I even put in color modulation so that I could change the colors and stuff like that. The gravitational units information. There's a bit of a speed glitch still left. When I talk about that, this is how fast I walk. This is how high I jump. Okay, that's a standard jump. And that shouldn't be like that. If you look at here, you got the hydraulic propulsion. I have it set for 5 for jump boost. It does not jump 5 blocks. So that's been turned off or messed up. And what I mean by speed glitch, so like this is me flying, right? It's pretty good. I mean, it's really good flight. This is really good flight. And the up and down change, that's actually an assisted deal from the gravitational module deal. It lets you go vertically up and down faster, which Sage, if you're out there, buddy, you're the man. Because you forced these guys to make the changes that they needed to do. Whoever made these units that go in here, I'm giving that credit to Sage. Sage is the best. He's still the best. He's always going to be the best. Love you, bro. You're the best. Anyway, I didn't have all of these installed, the module enhancement, whatever, because this sucks. I don't like this. I don't know who likes this, but I hate this. I hate night vision. I'm a military veteran, and this looks terrible. It doesn't even look like what it looks like anymore, by the way, guys. That's not how that looks anymore. That's like the old style stuff. Let's see. We were having memory issues, I was saying. Well, I had to completely reload the whole entire pack, and I was going to go to the Starlight dimension and kill the monstrosity a million times. And I don't feel like doing it. I don't want to risk going in there and having the system crash on me again. I have turned everything off. The steam turbine, I can show you guys that real quick. The issue I was having with the steam turbine, let me explain. This little cloudy stuff right here, this is because of the energy being full. I didn't even know that would happen, but I have it dumping excess so that I don't blow up my my fission reactor over there. And I have this one dumping excess so I don't blow up anything. Same thing, same reason. I added a few more of these. We're at 6. We're just growing energy. I'm never going to worry about energy anymore. I don't think that's a problem until the end of the game. This is the end of the game. Put it that way. I don't need to. The QIO drive. I could put a shoot ton of stuff in here. Right? these dilation deals are huge. So what you can do, I believe you can hook these up to an external bus, a storage bus, but I'm not too sure and I don't feel like messing with it. I have plenty of room in my drive. If I need more room, I can make more Infinity drives. My modification station works great. You can go in here, put your item in here. You can go through all your different stuff. The energy units took forever to make. Boy, oh boy. But now I'm pretty much a god. I don't think I can die. I have billions and billions of energy in each one. And I even upgraded the mecha tool. Let's see how fast this thing is. Look at that. And I think I should be able to shear sheep and harvest stuff. But I'm not even using. I'm not going to be using it really. It's not strong as this for damage. It's not as strong as my bow even. I don't think so. I'm just gonna put that away. It's just extra. And we're gonna also let me tell you about this glitch. So look how fast I run. This is running speed. This is flight speed. However, this is flight speed without running first. If you run first, now look how fast you fly. You stop, now you fly slow. That, if someone could fix that, please. That's been an issue since 1.09. It's a glitch. It's not supposed to. That's not how flights, creative flight. That's not any of that. That's a to me that's a glitch. That's something that I don't know why people haven't addressed that ever at all. Like somebody should have said, hey, why do you fly faster if you run first and then stop? You go again, right? I noted this issue back when it was an angel ring was the only way to really fly. Now elytras, of course, solve that issue. So whatever that FOV thing is, where is that at? Fix FOV. Is that true there? Yeah. Cool. All right. So I've done enough tinkering around with this. You guys get the idea. I've upgraded the suit to max. If you have any questions or anything about the suit, let me know. I changed the color. I think this looks sweet, right? This looks pretty cool. I took off. I put this night vision on, this night vision charm, because I hate the night vision for the mech suit, but this works great. I made it so that you don't see any of these things. You can toggle visibility. This is how I eat food with the automatic upgrade with those hams in there. Well, looks like those are upgradable. Let's check. Let's just go ahead and upgrade that level on that one. I don't think I need any of that. I was gonna go. Let's take a look and see how my my TPS is doing. Mind you, everything is turned off pretty much. I think create's the only thing that I've got going. All right, let's take a look here. We got to get this dark ember tank thing. So let's start working on that. Whoa, my walk. Oh, my jump speed isn't working, but the walk is. This is cool. See how tall this is? Look, watch this. Oop. You walk right over it. Oop. Right up here. I can walk right up to the layer. I don't even have to jump. I just walk right up here. So let's put away the suit. Let's put away the AE2 suit. Let's just use this fancy armor stand or whatever. I don't know if it's going to face the right direction, though. We'll just put it right here next to this Awakened. Are you serious? Why do you got to face the wrong way? Can I wrench it? Uh, maybe, probably not. No, it won't work. Let's use the Yeta wrench. Hey, there we go. Assassin's Creed copycats look sweet. Look at that thing. Freaking laser blades for quicker job. Sorry. It's awesome. Are you facing? Eh. I don't know if I just need to go get some more of this Amaramber stuff. I don't know if that's the full set, but yeah. I got to remove these guys anyway. I'll do that off camera. I'm going to move them to a better place. I want to start doing a little bit more base beautification. All right, so let's take a look at the missing two components. I'm only missing two components, right? Like I've got this down. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I gotta turn off my whoa. I gotta be careful when I run now. I gotta turn this off. I don't Okay, I guess I need to turn that off. So I have a backward slash as my deal, hydraulic step assist. Let's put it down to one block. Is that good? There we go. We need to turn this guy off. He is he's done. He's done his thing. Now, if there's other blocks that I need, I can set that up later. Yeah, 14 iterations of this stuff just floating around. So I have antimatter done. Like that's not going to be a problem. Let's see. Let's see antimatter. You have 197 blocks and 168 antimatter pellets. I'm good. Uh, let's take a look at making this material we're missing here. I'll build it. Let's go to dark magic. I don't like that. What just happened there? I don't know. Yeah, let's go. Let's build it in here. Let's set it up in here. This should be pretty easy. It's stupid for me to do it in this room, but it's. Wait, this is the fission reactor. I said dark magics and I walked into the wrong place. Yeah, here. And the reason why I say that is because I said I wasn't going to, but I did set up the quantum ring. I used a P2P tunnel, so if people don't know how to do that, let me know. I can show you how to do the P2P. Here is the Hephaestus Forge. It says it's missing structure. Yes, it is. But we're gonna go over here. Let's go over here and start looking at making this dark tank. I just need one of these full of ember fuel. So if you're doing automation, the way I do it in my head, everybody's got their own ways. I start with the backwards part of it. When you're doing mob farms and you're trying to set up huge automation stuff, you want to set up your collection system and then build up and then out. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Like that's how I do it. Because in my head, I'm like, how do I get to the bottom? So like if I started building the mob farm and I didn't have any way of collecting the stuff, I might run out of room as it flows down. Because the way Minecraft works, everything has to flow down into a side or down into one side or the other. With modded, you can just be straight down, it can be up, it can be to the sides, any direction, but you're always going to need to grow from somewhere. It's not going to be just one spot. Entangled blocks can help you a lot with that, but most packs don't have entangled block. Most of them don't, because entangled block is dangerous. Because you can put things into things that don't belong, because entangled block has to account for every mod in a pack. So for them putting it in here, I'm like, whoa. Wow, 51 million. Oh, that means I need to. It's time for me to move that farm, my actual wheat farm. Yeah, I don't have any seeds or wheat because my gas system is constantly running right now. So look at this. Ember. We have some ember, Eclipse ember. We're trying to automate Eclipse ember fuel. And we're trying to get this, right? So let's put that on my end item here. Because otherwise we're good. I think, yeah, I wish I could move that tooltip to the other side. But if you look, it's red. That's the one item I'm missing. Look, that's it, the one item. I've got the Insanite. I can make these infinitely now with the cloning. I can make these infinite with cloning, this with cloning. I don't think I can animate those. Blaze burners, I made a bunch of those. And the little fire deal. That's all automated in the Hephaestus Forge. So let's see. How do I do this? I've never messed with Dire stuff at all till this pack, so I am learning. So I'm going to need some shadow goo. Hopefully I can do that really quick. Move that away. Shadow I've got one. Do I need more? Can I make more? Oh, you punks gotta make it hard, don't you? Let's get two of them and see if that's enough. We'll just make a few of these. Oh, I never got clay. I am OP as you can get, and I don't have clay. Okay, I have it. I do have infinite clay. Okay, well, I don't have infinite clay, but I have it set up for using dirt in the water essence, and yeah, I've got plenty of that. So I do have clay set up. I usually have, if I run a pack that has create in it, or I have different. Actually, clay is something that I always have set up. It's one of my go-tos. So let's go at just Dire, and we are looking at Shadow Goo. Wait, what's this? Oh yeah, I've already done all the bees. Primal Coal. Okay, so is it only the coal off of this that I need to do? Let's give it a block. I want to see something. Axe. Yeah, I wish I would have gotten a pickaxe. This is for a speedrunner. There's a guy that's a speedrunner out there that did that. Uses this thing right here to launch himself. He gets that Fortune 5, strips it off. It's killer. Yeah, you can't strip this stuff. Huh. Uh, Wax block, sure. Whatever. Let's just sit that down. Here, maybe that's not enough space. We'll find out. There. Go through the whole pack. All right, so it needs Eclipse, Ember, Fuel. We'll just add that. Oh, I can't. Click here and add that to my list. Wow, it's really hard to see. And add that to it. Okay, how do we get the unrefined? Oh, oh, ugh. All right, so we got to set up another polymorphic water fluid thing. Or whatever, let's do it. We're going to need a dropper. We're going to need, let's just make 10 droppers, advanced droppers, and polymorphic. How is that? Okay, we've got enough of those. That'll be a thing. We have 61 cable. Let's get the infrastructure built. This is just me being lazy, guys. I know I could just run straight to it, but now I have the options to drop down and work with anything. Yeah. I believe I have 32 channels available, but I'm not 100% sure. It might be 8. Yeah, 32. So 32 channels I should be good. All right. So fluid placer. Sure. Oh, I didn't set up an automatic. I ran out of channels too. I just realized that. Or not ran out of channels, but I ran out of pattern room. I just remembered I ran out of pattern room. What I've been doing is getting rid of all the compressed stuff because I used it only to make the infinite drives. And so I pulled those out just in case you're wondering, like, where did the space come from? So, like, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. And I don't need this. That gives me some more space. I might need the compressed stuff for some of the other patterns, but yeah, I just been doing this. Just shift right clicking that in the air, and it gets rid of the pattern. Because I don't feel like rebuilding my matrix thing or make it bigger. That's how many patterns I made. That's just it's insane. I think Project Ozone 3 was the last time I've done that many patterns. We're gonna need a few more. We're gonna need let's just say 6. Oops, I forgot to put that on AutoCraft. Hopefully I don't lose power again. It's storming like you wouldn't believe right now. There's a hole right there. We'll just go poop. All right. Well, we got 10. We're gonna need, let's say around 6. I can't, in my head, I'm trying to map this all out. All right, so we start with water, right? So let's start with water. What's a good thing to go around it? We'll just use Kivy. I have fallen in love with these Kivy bricks. They just look so good. Zycraft is definitely something I really, really like. All right, we're gonna do export. Sure. Get some cables. I use smart cables for everything. I'm I don't make it look good, but well, this step assist is really, really kicking my butt. I'm not used to having step assist. I love that they have this set up for fluids now. That it to me just, oof, it's the best. Let's get a little faster, please. Just make a bunch of stuff. Come on, do it. Thank you. I was tinkering around with that with quite a few items. So there we go. It needs energy. That stinks. I think that stinks. Dire, why did you make everything have energy? Let's just use gates. And there. It doesn't take squat for power. It just the fact that I have to cover it. Wow, that is too fast. I should shift and walk. All right, there we go. So we got water. It's just placing all the time. Now we're gonna have it go to polymorphic, right? Is it polymorphic then to that? Void flame is what? Oh, I see. It's just tearing. Yeah, so polymorph to blaze ember. So we're gonna go. Yep. I hope we have enough of that blaze stuff. Or we have enough. What am I thinking? I can make it whenever I need to. Let's go dropper next. So we'll go dropper here and detector, or about sensor. I like these sensors better. Ah, the patterns. The patterns. Not this one. This, the base. It's always about the patterns, huh? Let's see. Now I'm thinking about there's this kid that's right here, made my made my stuff, made my appearance on the game. Super smart kid. My motivation to keep going every day. All my kids really are. All right, so let's say sensor. Whoops. I gotta be careful. I'm gonna take this pickaxe and move it. I like my Paxel. Okay, so we're gonna need to tell the dropper when to drop the fluid and when not to, because otherwise it's just gonna run forever. So let's go here. All right, so the way that this works, well, let's try this a different way. I'm gonna need my smart wrench. I'm pretty sure the sensor from Dyer is probably better, but I'm not too sure. I like this sensor. I'm just used to it since 112. So the way that it works is the arrows point the direction the redstone's going. The thermometer shape here is pointing the direction in which it's looking. So 3 blocks in front, 1, 2, no, that's too far. Man, I don't know. I guess I should stop waffling. Let's go ahead and let's just use Dyer sensors. We'll just use Dyer sensors. Just make 10. I think I only need 4. Let's just check it and see if it works. Because this sensor is actually pretty solid here. I will tell it to, for controlling the dropper, just go right here, show it. We're gonna go down 1. Oops. There, so now it's looking at the water. And I don't like that. I don't know how to, let's tell the poly. Can you drag poly over? No. Can I drag poly over? Is it going to detect the fluid? See, this is why I don't know if the Dyers are better than because the sensor from RF Tools, it will detect fluid. Gate, starter, just keep a bunch of them. I just want to see if it's going to detect the poly fluid. I don't know if it will. Let's just go ahead and drop some of this in here and see what it does. Go ahead and add a gate to that. That's fine. It can drop right there because it'll just fall. Oh, wow. There's a delay, pickup delay. Pickup delay on a dropper? Explain. Drop amount I get, but pickup delay. Huh. Greater than 0. All right. So let's put we'll put a redstone lamp. Those are easy to see. We'll just place that right here. Right now it's lit up. So this is producing redstone right now. Okay, so now it's not. Okay, so if I throw this, that's definitely not working. Yeah, it can't tell. So you just not. Hmm. How about if I put it on allow list and go poly? I should be able to drag the fluid over. Dyer, usually you're good at this. It's definitely looking at the fluid. It's on now, but will it work if it's water? That's the question. It's like I don't know. But well, we're gonna keep going because I'm gonna keep moving. If I have to, I'll replace this with the sensor, and then I'll just show you guys that. So let's go to the next one. After it's poly, we're gonna drop ember fluid into it. So we need blaze ember. I don't think I set up an autocraft for Blaze Ember. No, I didn't. So how do we get Blaze Ember? It's Primal Coal. Oh, good grief. Hey guys, I'm gonna pause and I'll come back. I'm gonna set up a few of these in the air and then have them with auto breakers, and I'll just come back. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Listen, hopefully this is a seriously not as bad as what I thought it is kind of situation. I have to cut edit my videos together now because there was a issue with the lightning storm that was taking place, which it looks like it blew over just now, finally. My hard drive turned off, my external hard drive turned off in the middle of recording, and so I lost another hour and a half. But that's fine because this is going to be this is a really complex system that I haven't even finished yet. But I wanted to show you the basis for how I'm going to automate just dire things, and so that I can have this ultimate coal situation. Since I didn't automate it and you guys didn't get to see it, this is this is the start of it. Okay, this is just the basics. This is the situation that's going on, or at least for me. This coal block right here, this block of wow, whatever this you want to call it, is an amalgamation of Primagel goo and coal. And basically what it is I just took the Primagel goo, made it float in the air, added blocks around it, use this block placer to place blocks of coal, and an exporter to export and craft the coal into here. Now this is just a regular exporter. What the heck do I have that extra piece of? What is this for? Don't need that. And then I have a vacuum system right here with the speed upgrades and a couple of range upgrades to make sure that this can constantly be picked up. Now I have that set to run all the time for right now, but I will probably put a toggle bus onto this exporter to turn this off once I reach a comfortable level of the coal that I'm making. So this is how I'm doing the automation of primal whatever uh primal coal. Okay, the breaker I have set up with all the Modium pickaxe with Fortune 5. I just keep on enchanting it. I just took these the Fortune out of my library. Ooh. Hey, wake up. I got stressed out and I took a pill. I took some medication and it's messing my brain up. So I apologize if I'm out of it, right? So that's what's going on right here. So look, I have this set up to have the same exact render blocks as the placer. So they're both set up to have the exact same distance. Now, the issue that you're going to come across is going to be, and then I did the same thing for the range and distance on this, the clicker as well, and that's with Rotten Flesh. There it is. You can see it. It's everything in here is getting clicked with. So I told the breaker, don't break the blocks of coal, don't break the primal gel, and don't break my Kivi blocks, which I don't need to do that anymore. I had Kivi blocks in its place for a little while because I thought about it and I was like, what if I made a giant cube of Kivi on the outside and just all coal in the middle and stuff, and it was just a mess. So I just decided to make it just this block, and it works fine. It's still kind of slow. I used up a lot of my wand's time fluid on here just practicing making this work. But this is actually can be expanded upon like a whole lot. Like a whole lot. And I here's my issue. This is something that I wish Dire, and I think Dire needs to address. You can do the same thing with Primal Gel that you can do with Shadow Pulse, but it takes the same amount of time. Like this isn't any faster than this. And that to me is a mistake. I think that Dire should speed these up. So like this gel this gel, making this into coal, this is a good time, right? This is good timing. This making into regular primal gel coal or primal coal should be a little faster, but this speed here, because it's changing, this is a good speed, but if you were to use this primal bloom goo, it should be faster making the primal. So you should be able to tier up. Does that make sense? I'm trying to say, like, you should be able to use Shadow Pulse goo should be 4 times faster making primal gel, primal coal. You get what I'm getting at, right? So like each one should be faster making the base one before it. So that way, by the time you get to where you're making the Void Flame here, which is coming from here, it should be faster. It's not. It's the same speed, no matter what tier you're making. So this one should be faster making this type. This should be faster making this type. And well, this should be the ultimate speed when I rate. If this is the last goo should be 4 times faster making the primal coal. It should be normal speed making its own. It should be a little faster making this one. It should be a little faster making this one. I hope that makes sense. Like, and it doesn't do that, and I think that's a mistake. Now I can tier up each one of these the same way that I didn't even need to do this. Fortune affects these, I think. I don't know, so I went ahead and put fortune on all of them. Yeah. And I have a collector sitting here and a collector sitting there. I might need another one, but I'm afraid of getting it too close to here because I also set up the polymorphic fluid to be exported, and I set an entangled block with a export bus on, because I already have the polymorphic fluid being made all the time for my time chamber. So why not go ahead and utilize that and start off with polymorphic fluid instead of water and just skip a step, right? The sensor here, I was checking to make sure it is able to see. That's why there's a redstone lamp here. It is able to see that there is that polymorphic fluid there. These sensors, this sensor is not capable of doing, or at least I don't know how to make it see fluids. It says target blocks, air, hostile, right? I'm having it see target block. And the reason why I have the sensor set up like that is this thing is actually messed up. I don't know if it's messed up, but if I set this for anything other than pulse, it will constantly throw ender pearls on this thing. Now this one, since the same thing is having issues, this one will actually click the Shadow Pulse goo with the Skulk and place it on top. It'll actually place blocks of Skulk. I don't know if that's a mistake. I don't understand that. But I have it set up now so that it is, this is going to look or observe, right? The sensor is set to look at this block, and as long as it is exactly this, it should hit it with the thing. So it's not working. We need to go up one, right? Okay, so now it's going to look up here, and no, I don't want it to do that. Well, let's walk through this properly. These ones, it just hits it with nether wart. It'll stop. As soon as it runs out, you'll see that it just hit it. It just right-clicked the goo, and so it'll keep on running. You need more of this than you do of these, so that's why I have this block cube. I personally think it would be better if I went ahead and made this like 4 times the size, so it's like a huge farm, but I don't want to overdo it. Also, I have on here it keeps a stock of 64 of this. I don't need any more of these. Actually, I do, come to think of it. So let's go ahead, and we're going to use the stock export bus. So stop working. Why? Is because I want to make sure that I have this primal coal I need to have these be thrown into the polymorphic fluid, right? So I don't want to overdo the amount that's inside here. I don't want my whole system to run out, right? So here's how these export buses work, and I really like them a lot. If you click on here, it'll now do one. It'll only make one. So this will only keep one in its inventory at all times. No more than one. So as long as it's waiting, it's going to have only one in here. Now, if you middle click, right, it says amount. If you read in the gray, it says middle click amount modify. So I can set it for 2. Now it'll have 2 in here. And it'll stay at 2. That keeps the other pieces. I'll keep it at 1. That keeps the smaller pieces in stock inside my inventory, and it doesn't have to keep on filling up that inventory all the time. So now if I go down to coal, I can see that now I still have 1,000 of these constantly in stock. That's going to keep these very smooth. I did the same thing for this export bus. Only one blaze ember block. When this thing's done, it'll keep on crafting a blaze ember block. And then I have this one set for one void flame coal block as well. So it'll have one. So it'll have one up there and then one in the system here. The rest of the coal will be, well, in my inventory. So that way I don't run out. I made some void coal because I was like just hurrying up the system, right? Because I was just speeding it up. If you have multiple goos touching the block, it does not change the speed. That's also a thing that I think could be better as well. I don't know if he set that up on purpose or if that's just something that you can change. I don't know. I just leave it the way it is. I probably will set up the Blaze Bloom, blah blah goo, and the Void Shimmer goo. He made things tongue twisters, and I don't. This goo here, I'll probably do like this goo here, right? I'll probably just move it forward 1, have it place around it, so it's doing 4 at a time, and then the rest will be blocks of kibby, and I'll just tell it to not break. So this breaker here is breaking do not break primal coal, and it's just set for just that one block. If you move it forward, you have to make sure that you include the Blaze Bloom goo inside the breaker to not break it, or it'll break the Blaze Bloom goo also. This one is set up to, well, it's waiting right now for enough of this to make. So let's hurry this one up. Speed that up. In fact, let's speed up this thing as well. Let's get some Excel cards. Oh, I have some Excel cards. That's right. So do. Don't take forever, please. Thank you. And again, I've got a clicker here with netherwort. Now, the problem I have is I'm going to end up losing ender pearls. The way this is set up, I don't know if I've got it set up properly, but this sensor basically is looking up here, and as soon as there's like room, it's just going to say, all right, send out a weak little pulse. This is set for pulse, and then it's going to right click. It's like, oops, I don't really care if I lose. There's probably a much more efficient way to do this. So there you go. Looks like my collector is a little slow. Give me 100 of those, please. And then stack upgrades as well. I like to maximize the speed of my routers as best as I can, because they're generally going to be a bottleneck. I don't think I have this one fully upgraded, no. And then I guess I could do that. That'll also speed it up. And then I'll do the same thing to this one over here. Okay, it's already maxed out there. That's the max range for that one. So that's the speed there. Maybe the import. Oh, that one's maxed out. And this import, there we go. There's a bottleneck right there. You get the idea? I hope you guys understand how this system works. Placer is going to constantly place that block. The sensor here is looking for this block, and it's going to send out a pulse here. You hear it make that sound like it threw a pearl. It didn't need to do that, but it's going to keep doing that. Yeah, this one definitely needs to upgrade this. This is the bottleneck now. Okay, so now that I am able to make all the different coals, this right here is the one I'm just now looking at. I need a sensor to say I want it to look at there. Pulse. It'd be nice if it could read MBT. The sensor could read MBT. Now, the reason why I'm using the routers is because the filter on them is excellent. I can always tell it to not pick up because when this thing throws this blaze coal in here, this blaze ember into here, which is what I want it to do. It's going to change this, and I don't want the blaze ember to get picked up by the filter. So I put it far enough away, I hope, that the range is just out of range. The sensor has a small issue, is it has to be so many blocks away. I mean, you could do a 3x3 or a 1 block in front. If you do a 1 block in front, it literally has to be like touching the fluid. I guess I could do it that way. Turn this off real quick. And then pick that bucket up. Let's do that. Okay, good. All right, let's go ahead and see it turned off. So it is working like that. Gotta be careful. I don't want to bust anything because I am really at the point where I don't want to. I hate that. Can I rotate it with you? No, I can't. Gotta use a smart wrench. So many wrenches. I remember the Omni wrench. That thing was pretty cool. All right, I want the signal to go out. So let's tell. Well, see, it picked up that lamp. I'm just using the lamp so I can see the redstone signal. Where's my redstone pen? There's my redstone pen, which lets me write redstone. I love it. Oh, it works. Cool. We're gonna go around. Actually, wait a minute. Ah, yeah, I better go this way. Uh, need another block for it to crawl up over. I'm a little concerned that this placer is going to place fluid, like if it's water or if it's a blaze fluid. I need a fluid collector, don't I? Yep, let's do that. Let's do. Well, I didn't auto craft it. I ran out of actual crafting locations. So we're going to have this set up like this. Let's show me where that's located. Okay, come down one and then, no, not that way. This way. There. So now it's going to pick up there. Allow poly? No, deny poly. See, I don't know if this is going to work. All right, so the redstone signal's working. We want to put it won't crawl up over the top of that block. Erg. Oh well. I'm just gonna put in all the lines and then uh there. No? That should work. All right, let's connect them. I'll just undo the ones I don't want. There. So it turns off because that's no longer polyfluid. Now this, oh yeah, I have that turned off. No, I want you to say, I better give you some power. I can't put power on that now. Can I put power on the top? Yeah. It's so weird. There, they all got power. The complexity of this gets a little bit eek, just a little. And I'll put this at pulse. Now let's go ahead and turn this ignored. It missed the pulse. There, I'll just put it as high. Now that should run until it is done. I don't need that fluid as far as I know, the unrefined blaze ember fuel. This is just going to be full, and once it's full, it'll quit. It looks like I must have ran out of. See, I have it set for one. Yeah, I don't. There's none left. Remember to turn these off. So its focus is on. Wow, am I out of all? This video is going to end up being super long when I stitch together, and so I'm going to I should make this priority one, right? Nah, that's fine. I've got the fluid in here. So like I got 12 buckets of this fluid. Um, I could come up underneath it and have this be my storage bus of this. I could do that. But I don't really know how this fluid works. Unrefined. Because we're trying to get to the eclipse fuel. What the heck's going on here? Oh no, all my stuff is gone. My favorites is gone. What the hell? Oh no, did I turn it off? Well, the system will stop when it gets to there anyway. So, all right, so we need to get this touching this. Is that how that works? Because this is the stuff we need to put inside the container, right? No, yeah, it's got to be refined. So let's go to refined. How did I turn off my bookmarks and all that stuff? That's crazy. Oh man, I don't know how to get back on. I screwed up somewhere. Yeah, so this Why does it do that? I have refined in here, not unrefined. Eclipse Ember Fuel. That's what we're trying to get. That's all we need. We don't need the other stuff. I don't care about the other fluids. So I can go ahead and just, whatever that's in this, it can just tear up. Right? Yeah. So to get that, the question is, do I need to go through the different processes? So do I need to, oh God, I do. Ah, my Lord, I do. So I'm going to have to set up one of these for each step and set up a goo for each step as well. That's terrible. It is terrible, dire. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the shadow goo. I think the shadow goo can upgrade all of them all the way through the steps. The problem is I still have that skulk issue where it'll play skulk. So I'm going to have to look at that. So this is going to have to get placed. Let's go right here. Is that how will that work? If I put a bucket of this here and I hit it with skulk, is that going to refine this? That's the question, because this is unrefined. Okay, it does. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, so now it's going to become that, and then I have to use a collector. Boy, that's super fun. Advanced lance block breaker. We'll worry about that in a minute. Block breaker, sensor. Let's get the sensor. I made 9 of them for this. Where's my bucket? Okay, we're gonna go like this. There. I need room in my inventory to do stuff. Just in case I need to rotate it. Okay, so this is going to, whatever way the thermometer is pointing is going to be what it looks for. And it's going to look for this fluid here. And then change this to fluid. And so now it's going to emit a redstone signal. Yes? Yes. Okay, so it does. It sees that it's this. Now we're going to try and, because we're going to have to automate this as well with the sensor. I hate this. So that's such a pain. I'm sorry that came out. It just that came out. That's so wrong. All right. Oh crap. Why don't we put the shadow goo in the back side here, and then we'll have the fluid collector. Yeah, you can see how many of these things I had to deal with. I was going at it. Fluid collector. I like the advanced one, and like I said, I am. Oh crap! I am out of whatever that is. The dispenser? Really? No, let's just do it that way. Make 1,000 of those. How about that? I'll stop that crap forever. No more need for that. So I could take that auto crap out if I wanted to. All right, here's my fluid collector. Yeah, its placement is yeah. That you have to give it power, so that's kind of yeah. Give it power on this side, so that way it gives us 2 sides to work with our infrastructure. And So now let's go with high. Give me that bucket. Okay. And then that'll let us do this. Excellent. So it does turn off. Good. Okay, now we got to be able to make this thing work every time it asks for skulk. I have infinite skulk, so I'm good there. Well, I have skulk on demand. This system's going to keep running, I think. Maybe. But we'll see. We need it to place. So we're going to need a placer. A fluid placer. I got plenty of those. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this. Oh, I need to turn that down. When I run, I just take off. Otherwise, I walk slow as dog crap. I don't like this slow speed walk. I would like a little bit of boost on that, but it is what it is. Um, I mean, I guess I could just pipe it, saving me some channels and stuff. And then I'll use a distribution module. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, you don't need power. Yeah, no. I wouldn't do this normally because I might want, let's say in the future, I want some of that fluid. Okay, it doesn't work. Dang it. With my pipe wrench. But I don't. All right, so you need power. Wish I could place power right on this guy. Hmm. Yeah, I'll just use it. I'll just use a distribution module from routers to give it power since it's wireless. I think this is it. I can't remember. It's been a minute. Give me one of those. Let me get a router. You can use Applied Energistics now as a power option. You can actually have it export and import power. Oh, I already have a router. Um, I think that's pretty sweet. I mean, it's not necessary right now. Just go right there. You need to put in or energy. Where there it is. I think one will be good. It doesn't require a lot of energy to do this stuff. So let's just go ahead and power that. Will that work? Yeah. All right, so that's going to give it power. This thing is going to constantly need skulk. So I'll need a clicker. And then I can set the clicker. See, I want the clicker to only turn to click. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Add that to the list. All right, that has power now. Set it for high. And then I want it to click it with skulk. We'll set the export bus. Ooh, I want a regular export bus now. There's export bus. I kind of miss cyclic. Kind of miss cyclic. Cyclic is overpowered though. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. I can see why they took it out. Or they didn't have it in the first place. Export this. It's gonna take a minute. The energy, it doesn't really matter. I think it's very light energy usage, so it's not a huge deal. Okay, so fluids collector, I can even take the power off of this thing if I wanted. That would give me another face to work with. All right, this is now full. And this is not full yet. This is a collector that I think I can just ignore. No. So, ay, 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 ay. I gotta dump all that into this other and back into here, and now this is already full. Fun times. Let's break that. Let's send it back with a pipe. You want to talk about a derp? That's a huge derp. This was just crap. I want this to only turn on when, like, I want to allow refined. But it's only doing the bucket. It's not doing the fuel. And you can't drag this over. Yeah, so this is supposed, yeah, that's what I was supposed to do. So now this is going to be like this. Great. Oop. Yeah, this was supposed to be set for, I'll just pick a tank. I'll just grab a tank and work on it that way. That should be enough. Bucket mode on. Right click it once. Now it's mine. Hey, what in the world just happened there? It placed a thing of, oh, yep, that's annoying. I can put this in between. Yeah, that's not good. This thing is all kinds of wonky. I swear, some days I just cannot. Here's what this is going to do. Go here, stop being a bucket, and stop breaking crap. There, now I got a extra large. Yeah. Empty? Good. Now, holy smoke. I need the clicker. And I need a sensor on this as well. I don't want you in my hand, thank you. I'm down one. I swear, like this. There. Okay, so this clicker, I want it to read this block. This is the issue I'm having with this. Do I have an export bus? Yes. I need to fill this clicker with Skulk. Oh no, I already got clicker set up with Skulk. Ah, man. Okay. I need a sensor. One that's going to tell, can this sensor work on that? Might be better. You can try it. So if I go here, dang it. I hate how that rotation was wrong also. I'm just going to throw that out there. Pulse, right click, target block. It is looking at that block. Now it is looking for a block, area 1 in front of sensor, which this is in front of the sensor. Group, doesn't matter. And now I need to get some of that. I'm going to tell it to look for that. It is detecting the MPT data, so let me maybe reverse it. Nope, it didn't. It's not sending it out. That one works. I do not like the way that looks. That's weird. Creepy weird. This is not detecting the goo. So let's try. No, where's my sensor? I don't have a sensor. Sensor. Boink. Show. And deny the unclicked strong signal. See, it's out now, right? So it should deny this. This is the same as this one now. It should be. Should be. And then I have my inventory completely full. There it goes glitching again. You saw that? Okay, so now this, yep, there we go. So I'm guessing that's kind of what I need to do with the other. You see that? It only did one block and then it immediately, we'll just put this at high. See, there it goes. It placed it on top. I'm just going to leave it. Now that's an issue for this one because the block's the issue, but this is, the block is what it's working on over here. But on this one, it really doesn't matter. I can just leave the skulk there because what is it going to do? Place a block on top of that? The skulk stack like that? We're getting one step closer to you, buddy. All right, so yeah, we got that going. Look, I think we're out of time, guys. I'm gonna have to go and cut this video. I know it's a mess. It's a lot of stuff, but I mean, it's automatic. I don't have to do anything after this, right? So I guess I mean, you can scale this up all you want. It's up to you. I think it should. This is going to be the problem here. Yeah. I don't really know for sure. This sensor is fine. It does work. Strong signal doesn't really matter. It's this clicker. Well, it should be sending out a redstone signal. I can't speed this thing up, can I? Yeah, I can. Speed it up. That's pretty cool. Because now I can place the blaze ember fuel, right? Blaze ember fuel. And then have another dropper set up this to get the unrefined, which will then go to another shimmer goo or whatever this goo is, this shadow pulse. Nah, forget that. Yeah, I kind of have to. I'll just keep on setting up shadow pulse, alternate between the two, and this should give me all the way to the maxed out fluid, right? And then, yeah, finally to the eclipse ember, and then I'll just have a tank. I wonder if I can set an MBT data to the, I wonder if I can sense if this is full and have a breaker break it and then have a vacuum pick it up. That'd be pretty cool, right? I think that's something that I've never seen done. Was like when a tank is full, break the tank, replace the tank with an empty one, and then just have a node that tells it to turn off when I've got two, when I got one or two. Just one. Because I only need one on auto demand. On demand should be good. This is almost full. Yeah, this is working. Hey, thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm gonna go. Talk to you later. Bye. See you next episode.